Well, it only took one season for Atlanta United to become the most talked about soccer team in the United States.
And Atlanta's overwhelming support continued this past Sunday as the team defeated DC United in its second season home opener. And Good Day's Paul Milliken is live at the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta training ground in Marietta. Paul, you caught up with some soccer legends, and they're pretty impressed about what Atlanta's been able to do here.
Oh, yeah, big time. And I'm impressed with this place. If you haven't been to this training ground yet, it's incredible. You drive up to it, it's like the Emerald City back here. I mean, it's just beautiful. It's huge, too. 30,000 square feet, 33 acres. There are 6 practice fields. We're on one of them right now. And, Buck, I'm going to ask you a question for real, okay? This is not, I'm not joking with you. I want your sports expertise for a minute here. Tell me, in your time covering sports in the Atlanta market, I mean, have you ever seen, really, have you seen reaction like we're getting from Atlanta United? I mean, this is pretty unprecedented for the city, right?
Yeah, certainly in such a short amount of time as well. So, yeah, the United, they're on fire, and the fans are filling the house and making a ton of noise. It's a great scene to be out there.
Yeah, and speaking of that, so last week or over the weekend, they had more than 70,000 people at the stadium, so that was another attendance record. Well, they also had the 4th largest attendance in the entire world for the week for soccer. That's the entire world. That's how big Atlanta United is right now. And as you mentioned, I was recently in Los Angeles, caught up with a couple of soccer legends who say this really is a game changer for soccer. When you've had a career like Landon Donovan has, earning a reputation as the greatest American soccer player in history, it's not likely much about the sport would surprise you. But last year, here in Atlanta, something happened that even Donovan can't explain.
I'm not sure what happened. I don't think anyone really expected it. I think as time built up before they played their first game and you saw 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 season tickets, we kind of had an inkling that there was something special going on. Next thing you know, they were averaging 55, 60,000 a game.
He's talking about the soccer sensation that is Atlanta United. In its very first season, the team broke attendance records and took over the city in a way new professional sports teams rarely do. You must be thrilled that soccer is doing that.
Yeah, of course we love it. This is a game we love, and to see this happening in America is great. To watch what they've done has been incredibly impressive, and it's almost reshaped the way we think about what soccer is going to look like going forward. We've, for many years, thought a 20,000 or 25,000 seat stadium is sufficient. Thank God they were playing in Mercedes-Benz Stadium and had enough room to put all those people in.
As an analyst for Fox Sports, fellow soccer legend Alexi Lawless has been to Mercedes-Benz Stadium. So he knows just how, well, enthusiastic the fans can be.
It's ridiculous. It's wonderful. I love going there. They scream and yell at me. They're passionate. They are discerning. They know good soccer from bad soccer. They have an incredible team, an incredible owner, incredible stadium. I think it's the power of soccer and what soccer is on the field, but also the community and the culture. I was so interested to see the supporters groups and everybody. They own that color around the city. You see people with jerseys, all of that.
And ladies and gentlemen, everybody just sit down. We have a big moment here. It is the hometown favorite, Andrew Carlton, here with us this morning, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. A little tired, but hey, we're ready to get back to work.
Well, okay, let's talk about that, though. I know you did not sign up to play in cold weather like this. It can't be easy getting out here on the field when it's freezing in Marietta, right?
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's crazy just how, in the winter it can get cold as can be, but in the summer, as the season goes through the summer, I already know it's going to get hot as can be out here, so we're ready for that, too.
Yeah, well, we in Georgia are so proud of you, Powder Springs guy who gets out there, and every time you hit the field, the crowd goes wild. What does that feel like?
It's a pretty awesome feeling. Whenever I go out there, I'm like so numb from excitement that I can't even understand what the sound is. It's just kind of like sound, and I'll go back and watch the game on TV, and I can kind of hear it on TV. They're so loud, but whenever I'm there in the moment, it's noise everywhere because I'm just so excited to be there. Yeah,
has it surprised you how much Atlanta has embraced Atlanta United? You guys came in here and you changed the city.
Yeah, I always kind of knew growing up here that Atlanta was a big soccer city. We have some really good players here, but the way that the fans have grabbed onto the team and the amount of fans that come to the game and stuff is just unbelievable. I always knew it was going to be a decent crowd, but something like this is just unbelievable.
Yeah, well, again, I'm sure it's amazing to walk into Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in your home state in front of the crowds there. You ready for the rest of the season, man?
Oh yeah, I'm so pumped for the season. I mean, you know, getting some time here and there is always lovely. It's something that I've always worked for, and I know the team is just excited to go on a run and just be able to have a great season. You know, hopefully build off of last year and maybe even do even better.
Very cool. Well, get to work. What are you waiting for? You got to train, okay?
I'll try. I'll see what I can do.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, take it easy. All right, Andrew Carlton stopping by this morning. And notice, wait, Blaze, pan around and show real quick. I mean, we got guys already out here working, even though it's freezing cold. Joanne, they're not happy with you that we're below freezing, I think, right now in Marietta, but this is a dedicated team through wind, rain, snow, whatever we got. They're ready for the rest of the season.
They're working. Paul Milliken kind of goofing off as usual. Hey, Paul, you know, we had a couple of big international matches at the Georgia Dome here that kind of showed you this town was hungry for a soccer team. Arthur Blank knew what he was doing starting the Atlanta United here, no doubt about it.
And you know what? Arthur Blank knew what he was doing by putting coffee machines in every room of that building. I mean, Buck, you say I'm not doing work. I've been going room to room trying all the fancy coffees. That's work right there.
Yeah. And also, I love that you have to preface that this is a serious question. I'm really asking you a real question, Buck. We're not goofing off here. I love that.
Well, I figured the audience was going to tune out the second they heard that. And I was like, no, people, this is real. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Paul.
Well, you might notice something a little different during your next trip to Six Flags over Georgia. Right now, the Great American Scream Machine is running backwards. And guess who's planning to ride the iconic coaster on Good Day Atlanta?
Oh, boy.
Yes, grab your earplugs and catch Paul's thrilling live report tomorrow.